Look, check this out. I was talking to this guy today, right? And he told me, we was just talking, chit-chatting and everything like this. And he was an older guy. We was just talking. You know, he's retired, and, you know, he always had jobs where he made good money, him and his spouse. And he retired. I think his wife still works. I'm not sure, but they're not hurting. Put you like this. He can cheapen out give somebody $6,000 to put a roof on his house, and the guy run off with the money. It ain't gonna hurt him. Let's just say that right there. Well, anyway, he told me that he was telling me. He said, man, I want to tell you, man, what you did was courageous. He said, leaving a good job like the shipyard and going out on your own to work for yourself, to provide for yourself, man, that was courageous, man. A lot of guys wouldn't have done that, being a one-income family with multiple children. They had 4 kids at the time, or whatever. Was about to have a 4th one. He said it take a lot of guts. And that sounds good. Yeah, Gibson, it take a lot of guts to do what you did. And the reality was, if I would have stayed on that job, I would have just eventually lost everything, because they wasn't paying me enough. They wasn't paying me enough, and I was killing myself. I was burning the candle on both ends. That's the sad reality. Now, I can make this video. Yeah, see, I proved them wrong. And the only thing it is, it's a different generation. See, that guy's generation is in my mother's generation. You got to understand, my mother is pushing 70 years old. So her generation, yes, get a good job, get a pension, retire, and live good. So you got to understand, in the 80s, a blue-collar job was the ticket. Blue-collar job paid good money in the 70s and the 80s. And my eyes started burning. I don't know about y'all, but my skin gets real oily. And if I blink too hard, the oil from my skin will get in my eyes and just burn it. When I was young, I thought I was going blind. It'll happen. It always happened at the wrong time, because I don't remember to stop what I'm doing at the middle of the day and wash my face. Because you be riding down the highway, you blink a little bit too hard, that moisture get in your eye, both of them eyes are closed right on up. And that's what happened. I was pulling into the, I'm outside of Rouse's. My wife trying to try this new recipe, and she needed some avocados and some sushi sauce. But anyway, like I was saying, you got to understand, in the 70s and 80s, having a blue-collar job, you made good money. Like working in a factory or becoming a welder. Like, you made good money to where you can provide for your family. Because I remember when my mother was telling me a story about when they was younger, how my father had got him a job as a pipe fitter. And what it was, when my father was living in another state, he was what you call a pipe fitter's helper. He actually learned the craft, and then when they moved to another state, he got on as a job as a first-class pipe fitter. And I remember she said he was making $500 a week. We went from him working 2 jobs. He was stocking shelves at night for a grocery store, and during the day he was a pipe fitter's helper. She said when we moved here, he was making $500 a week. That was enough. You gotta understand, 70s and the 80s, a man with a blue-collar job could survive. So I remember talking to a guy that was from up north. His mother got pregnant with him at 16, worked odds and ends jobs, and then got on at General Motors plant. She made enough money to buy another house, keep a decent car, go on vacation. It was just her and her son. She made enough money. So you got to understand, people back then didn't dream or fathom quitting a job. But my generation, we understand a lot of these companies are going belly up, and they're doing what they can do to screw the people. So the guys my age understand, hey, look, we going for just the money. That's it. So it wasn't a flip, but I just put it like this. Me and that guy had a conversation a few years back, and he didn't think I should have done what I done by going all in. But he retracted, and like I say, you don't know what you don't know. It is what it is. I mean, and he don't know that every winter I go grab a welding job. He probably would recant that statement if he knew that. And I don't care what nobody else thinks, because at the end of the day, it's me versus me.